Hi everyone, it's me Melanie from Hammer of Stardust, and today I am bringing you my design team project for Ruby and Pearl XO for this month. Let me move these things a little bit. And I made a journal and I used a bunch of different kits, mostly like the newer ones. And I do apologize because I'm not gonna remember every single one. This is my second time doing this video. The other one got corrupted or something and I'm not feeling too well today, so I will list them in the description box so that you know which ones I used. I will go along and tell you if I remember exactly which one, but I probably won't. So this is the cover, and this is from one of the newer kits, and I don't remember the name, but I used this for the cover, and I used this wallpaper that I really like. And I did a new binding on this. This is like that, so you can even slip something in there if you wanted to. I put the little corners and just did some fabric stuff, you know, like how I like to do. So let's just get into it so this video is not super long because I put a bunch of stuff in here. Here you got my little charm with my quartz and my little star that I do, and just a tag that I made from one of the kits. There's just some stuff in here in this little tiny pocket. The binding in this one is different, so this was an interesting one because I did the inside first and then came up with the cover afterwards. And so when I was doing the cover, I decided to use this wallpaper, which then I had to use some oranges and yellows inside. Thankfully I already put some yellow, and she came out with the golden dress kit, which it was just perfect. In here I just put this little postcard, and this is a page of like a manuscript. This is an original. This is an original like antique paper from like a manuscript. You know, I like to put layers and things, so this is just from a flower book, and I used the little snippets, if you can see the little from the little snippet strips. I used those all around. They're really fun to use, those ones. This is also a printable of hers, but I think this is an older one. This is not a newer one. I just covered the back with this pretty paper, this vintage paper. I thought this was pretty. And this is from like the invoices, I believe. This I'm not so sure. I took the new one that has like the paintings. I'm blanking out on like all the names, and I'm so sorry. I haven't been feeling well and my brain is not. But she has one that is like paintings, and there's black and white ones and the color ones, and I printed them on like tracing paper, and I thought that looked cool. I really like that. I printed this on vellum and kind of distressed it and put it in here. This is just some goodies on this part. This is like some labels, some vintage like label things that you fold here, and there's 3 of them there, so I just thought the colors really work together. And this is just like a part of a vintage wallpaper that I have. I glued a little bit on there. This is also from one of her printables. It looks like this because I printed out on this color paper. This paper has like a texture, and it's like this color, this cream color. And sometimes I like to print things out on there because then I don't have to back it. I don't love when the back is white on things, so if the cardstock's already like a cream color, sometimes I don't back it with anything. But this is just a really pretty fabric, like lace thing, like a remnant from some closers. This is just a pretty postcard, a distressed paper that you can use to write, basically. I don't want to start taking everything out because it's gonna take forever, but it's like not distressed, it's coffee dyed. And the pretty postcard, and this is a very old, see, like telegram that was falling apart, so I just glued it on there because it's been running around my desk for the longest time, and I'm like, you have to go somewhere. And it looks good like that. So I just put some, whenever there's like an empty paper clip, I'll put something in there. So when I make journals, I usually have like a bunch of ephemera, like a mess of ephemera and stuff, and so I'll just start putting things on the paper clips when they're empty. So this is just little bits of different ephemeras. If you hear something in the background, my son is in the room watching something on his tablet, and for some reason it's really loud. I put this little paper here from like a vintage paper thing just to cover this sewing on this side because it wasn't the prettiest, but I like this one, so I left that there. Of course, whoever gets the journal can always just cover it themselves. This is like a tuck spot with a pocket, and see, this is the paintings that I was talking about. There's like parts of like paintings, and they have beautiful colors, and there's ones that are black and white and ones that are color. And I printed this one on like a paper that makes it be very vibrant. It's like an Epson, I forget the name of the paper, but Heather has a video on papers and you should check it out because she mentions this paper, and that's where I got the idea to get that paper in the first place. This is just a little envelope. You know, I like to layer things when I like the visual of it. Putting things like together and the ephemeras is kind of like one of my favorite parts of making a journal. This is just a letter. It's a very big piece. I folded it in such a way so that it would look pretty on there. And this is a pocket. This is also from one of her printables. And I just put this little paper tag there, this ephemera, and I made like a tag from these ticket things. And I put that on here. I really like how that turned out. Using that like that just as a tag. Whoever purchases it can always add something on it, but on this side I just put some ephemera. This is just like a piece of vintage wallpaper. This little French card that is so cute. It's a vintage little French card, and this is from a vintage embroidery thing that I believe is also French. I don't know who I got that one from, if it was Sarah or Catherine. But if you see, the binding makes the journal mostly lay flat. It's not laying flat right now because I put so much stuff in it. But if you take everything out, it lays flat no matter where you're at in the journal. And I kind of wanted to try that out, and I really liked that. I just have a tag here that I made. I think this one's from the Golden Dress or the Golden Leaves. I printed those two out, like two cardstocks that I really liked from both, and made a bunch of tags out of them. That one and this one. So I think maybe this one's the Golden Leaf and this one is the Golden Dress. She has two that are like fall. This is a vintage little, or like antique little French label that I love. This is just an embroidery paper. I put it there just, you know, for the layers, and you can use it, glue it on. So I made this little tag, so cute. These tags are bagged with dyed paper, coffee dyed papers. So yeah, and I put some little ruffles. This is like a little piece of ephemera from like an advertisement from a vintage magazine, and you can take this out of here, of course, or you can just leave it there. I think she's cute because I put this little brad on this side for this tag. So, and this tag you can just like go like this and you can write in the back, or you can take it out and choose what to do. I hope my son's tablet is not too loud. This is also from those little snippets. See, they're so cool to just put on tags and things. This is a big tag that I made from that cardstock that I was saying. I just took 2 of them and I cut them and made a bunch of tags and sewed them. So I have some in this journal and I have a bunch left. I have some left. And this is from a newer kit. I think this is the pink documents. It's documents and it's pink something, and I distressed it so that it would look, you know, I put the tape so that it would look old. I like that one. And there's a lot of journaling space in here, where you can put like pictures and do like a whole spread in just this little piece of paper. I love that. I put some shinies, some golds and things. I was just I did a lot of experimenting in this one. I love this one. I'm really in love with it because I tried some new things and I really like them. Isn't this beautiful, this ledger? These are just one of those little postcards that I like to add, and I like them both, so I just put them both in there. This is from a book, I think it's a Reader's Digest book, and I loved her, so I just left her as she is and gave her her own little page where she can look pretty. I did a pocket on here with this one. This is from the wallpapers, and I put a little tag in this piece. That's when I glued this paper on the back. This little piece, I hope you can see, I hope I'm not, this little piece stuck out and I left it there. I thought it looked cool, like the layers, and I put a little label, a little French label on there. And in here in the pocket, I just have this envelope, this vintage envelope, and another one of those tags that I made from those cardstocks. And this ruffle I got from Heather at Rose Hill Paper Cottage. I don't know if she still does, but she had these like pre-made ruffles in her shop. This one's this pocket is tight, so this one's kind of hard to get in there. We're gonna put that in there later because it will take forever. But Heather at Rose Hill Paper Cottage, in her Etsy shop, she had these ruffles that were like pre-made, and this one is painted. It's like hand painted, and I put that in that tag. You should check out if she still has them because they're really handy. I sewed it, but it's like it makes it so you don't even need to sew it. It's already a ruffle, so it's really easy. I put this little, I'm just like French labels everywhere. And this is one of those tags that I made in my video, or for my video of the secret journaling spot tags. And this one's actually my favorite of those, so it's going in this journal because this is one of my favorite journals that I made, and so I thought it was perfect that it would go in here. This is another one of those tags that I made. I put a little metal thing on here. This is like a coaster. I don't want to take everything out because it's such a hassle. And this is a page that's from this. This is like, this came out of the book, and I just put this page on. I wanted her here with the roses, and then on this side I just put the other side of the page. And I like that it says "to love you," and there's like a little poem there. But I put this little coaster. I like that. And then the tag here. And I actually like really loved this one, how all the layering works out on this one. When you have this here, it's like, you know, there's like all this layering going on. I love that so much. And now there's like an ambulance or something going on. Okay, so this is the other side of that, and there on the other side there's like another image, but I thought this one went with the journal the most. This is a little stamp image of a flower, a rose, and then this is the last signature, I believe. And on this one I made a pocket here, and see how if you didn't have all this ephemera, how the journal would lay flat. It was supposed to. But I can't stop myself. I just added things. I made this tag and I put like gold stuff, and it goes in this little pocket. And then in the back pocket I just have like this paper that also has some of that gold, and this is a stamped image of like a, I guess you could write something in there. I'm sorry the video cut off because my alarm went off for my medicine, but in here I just have this little papers. I'm gonna try to hurry up because I saw this is already going long. This is another printable, I believe it's the documents, and this is another one from the documents that I printed on tracing paper, so it's really cool. And just a little ticket. I did a little collage here with the painting ladies and put some ephemera some here, you know, just some vintage things and some stamp things. And on this side I have this really cool, well, I have this really cool wallpaper. It's antique, it's really fragile, and it's got, this is like shimmery, and I don't have very much of it. I have pieces lying around that I try to hoard. And I have this really cool book that has these pictures that I love, and it's really interesting because the ink like comes off in your fingers, sort of like newspaper. I don't know why, but I thought that was really interesting. I've never seen a book like that, so it has like a feel, like it's interesting. And I just really love the images, so let's just put that back in there. On this side is the other side of that page, and I have this playing card that I love. Can you see? There's like a little monster. Not sure what is going on in these playing cards. They're like vintage playing cards that I bought, like a bunch, and these came. But I do love them because I love the colors and the imagery. So I made this tag to complement the red. This is also a part from one of the printables, this little sort of stamp like, and this is also from the printables. And it's just a tag that I made. This is a pocket that I made of vellum and that I printed with the wallpapers. And in there I have this French like embossed wallpaper, this piece, and just a receipt. And I sewed this lace on there. I was like experimenting with different things, and I liked how it came out, so. I love this spread. On this side I put, because I had this paper clip, I put this really old, I think it's antique because it's really fragile. It's from a German book. It's like a page from a German book, and just like a little remnant of a flower book page and one of those images in black and white printed on vellum. This is the other side of that receipt, and this is the back cover. And this sari thing goes all the way here, so it's like a belly band. And I put a tag in there of those tags that I made. And this is a vintage, like, or antique, like French paper with some really pretty handwriting. And I covered the bag with this paper that I had. I'm trying to make some printables, and that was like a test print, and it fit, the size fit on there so perfectly, so that worked out really well for me. And that is it. That is my project. I really love it. I really love this one. I really love the binding that I tried and how it lays flat. And I loved how the cover turned out. I really love this one. And if you made it this far and watched the whole video, thank you so much. I appreciate you. I will have all the links to Ruby and Pearl SO in my description box, and I'll try to link or I'll try to put a list of all the digitals that I used, or most of them, because I used a lot from like some that I just have printed out. So the ones that I use the most, like this one, I will put a list. And check out all the ladies in the design team. There is a hashtag, and if you go there, you can see other videos. They make amazing things. Every Tuesday they post. So that is it for me, and thank you so much for watching. Like this video if you liked it, subscribe if you want to, and as always, I appreciate you so much, and I will see you guys on the next video. Bye.